stronger institutional checks and balances, enhanced constitutional review, improved guarantees for the independence of the judiciary, accountability of our international human rights obligations. These are all parts of which we need to include in our new constitution, which we seek to enact very soon. As for our treaty obligations, our obligations under the Convention Against Torture have already been considered in the Human Rights Council. Our obligation under the Convention on the Elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. We need to also very carefully study the concluding observations issued by the respective committees at the end of these sessions. And it bears recalling that no non-implementation of the observations of these committees cumulatively add up to our woes at the international forums. We would bear in mind that it is not only Human Rights Council that watches over us, but also treaty bodies like the Human Rights Committee and on Torture and Committee on Discrimination Against Women. Now, we need to come together in a spirit of togetherness to rectify this sorry state of affairs and mold it so that we will be able to be responsible, accountable international citizens, so that we will redeem the lost image of this country in the international stage when it comes to matters of human rights.
You have
Sometimes we tend to forget.
1 minute more.
Yes. No, I must also come to just one point. Now, regarding this issue of some xenophobic forces which had taken root after particularly the victory of the war, this country was once again plunged into a hate culture. A culture of hate speech seems to have engulfed this nation. And we seem to be once again pussyfooting in dealing with the offenders when it comes to hate speech. Now, yesterday I see today in the Veerakesari headlines talking about 3 organizations warning the government not to take offenders into custody. They've gone to that extent of trying to protect people engaging in hate speech. If you would observe, Mr. Presiding Member, this issue relating to religious intolerance was introduced quite late, after 2012, after these incidents of religious hatred began to spread all over the country. In 1 year alone, there were almost 313 incidents in the year 2013 and 14. So therefore, the proposers of the resolution had to include issues relating to religious intolerance. And once again, we are faced with the same issues coming back to haunt us. Yesterday, a shop belonging to a Muslim in Vijayarama Junction had been set on fire. And funnily enough, I am told that some lame excuses are being given, saying that this owner of the shop had tended to set fire to his shop in order to claim insurance. Whereas the footage from the closed-circuit cameras that have been fixed in a close-by shop shows a chap, a fellow coming on a push bicycle, getting off, going and setting fire, and running away from the place. There had been some eyewitnesses who had seen the incident. With all that, the law enforcement authorities are still unable to bring culprits to the, to the book.
Wind up, please.
Almost 16 incidents since 15th of April had taken place. And all of us, ministers and members in the government, have made pleas to the law enforcement authorities, the police, and all of these have fallen in deaf ears. And therefore, it is important that the government implements the law to the letter.
Thank you.